is in session. I want to do a quick video here of Mila Adams, her second day, since it's a short. I saw the first day, but I don't want to go over all her testimony. Just know that she is a skilled liar. Stephon Diggs, poor guy, was wrongfully basically accused by her. And thank God he had a good team that, spent a lot of time and money on this. This is a witch of a woman here, but we can all learn something from this lady. She has no empathy. She has no remorse. Again, this is just me as a layman. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a psychologist. Just a guy retired from the Houston Police Department after 22 years and trying to help men have better relationships. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this video is because I want to try to, help men see how women argue, because I've spent a lot of time, deep diving in why I don't argue with women and how skilled they are in it. And that's respect, not disrespect, but that's why you don't argue with women. Women are very good at communication. And when you're arguing, you are communicating, and they will kick your butt. And it's a waste of time. And men who argue with women will lose respect for you. Okay? So don't do it. Women often gaslight in arguments. They'll reframe arguments, reframe statements. They'll deflect. They will not lose an argument. A woman, for whatever reason, that need to be right, the sign language, shame, insults, guilt need to be right. That is a real thing. I spent a lot of time doing it the wrong way, arguing with them. And they'll argue till they're blue in the face. You're not going to win. And Chris Rock had a funny joke. He said something about why are women better at arguing or something. And he said because men have a need to make sense or something like that. So it's true though, and it's kind of what she's doing here. She's just throwing everything at the wall. Just trying to basically put sand in the ointment. But anyway, let's watch this and we'll go over learning points. So during cross-examination, she's going to have a plan. So these aren't haphazard questions. She has researched this case. I'm talking about the defense lawyer. And these are strategic questions, strategic plan. She knows this case backwards and forwards. These are not accidental questions. And what they try to do is impeach you or impeach a witness. She's trying to impeach this witness, get her to, basically impeach means to discredit you. Basically they're calling you a liar, okay? And these are calculated questions. And why it works in court, why women can't argue as well in court, is because it's a formal system. So you can't run, you can't deflect, you can't gaslight, because you're under the rules of the court and you have to follow the rules and answer the questions being asked. So that's why it's good to watch it here, because even as hard as it is to argue with a woman in here, in the streets, in an informal setting, she's going to deflect, gaslight, And lastly, one thing she lacks is insight. How other people see you, how the room is reading you. Just think to yourself before we watch this and ask yourself while you're looking at this, how do you think the jury's reading her? As an honest citizen, how she's answering the questions, her body posture, her voice, all that matters in impeachment of you. And when they impeach you means you're not credible anymore. Meaning the jury will impeach, So anyway, would you believe this woman? Would you let her borrow your wallet? Would you let her drive your car?
Ms. Adams, again, is the same as yesterday. If you could do your best to keep your voice up, that is appreciated.
Yes.
Thank you.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Adams, on January 1st, 2026, you sent Steph's girlfriend a text message that later appeared on TMZ's website, correct?
Yes.
Like I said, demeanor. How long did that take her to answer that question?
And in that text message, you told Steph's girlfriend that you were so sorry, but you couldn't talk to her, right?
Yes.
And you told Steph's girlfriend in that text message, I didn't say that, especially in the way it was written.
Yes.
Right? And you were talking about the statement that you made to the Dedham police, right?
It was a voicemail, and I didn't listen. I read it, the transcript, so I didn't know her voice.
When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026.
The text
I don't
message.
understand the question. I'm sorry.
I haven't finished my.
That's fake. Yeah, see? You see how she tried to, that's what they'll do in an informal argument. She's already said she doesn't understand the question. Question hasn't been asked yet. That's just her trying to put, basically, disorient you.
When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026, in a written text message, I didn't say that. You were referring to the statements that were reported in the press that you gave to the Dedham Police Department, correct?
I don't understand your question.
Did you or did you not write those words?
I don't understand your question. Without further explaining.
You can't testify under oath to this jury what you meant by the words you wrote to Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question.
Okay, so she's not answering the question, right? Because she knows she's going to be a bad answer. And that, you don't have to chase that argument, though. You don't have to make her answer it. And the cross-examiner is not going to make her answer it. She's just going to move on. Let the jury see her as a liar.
Steph's girlfriend to quote, please call my mediator and she will answer everything you need to know, but only in person and confidentially. Right?
Yes.
Your mediator's name is Lynette Marie, right?
Lynette Marie.
Thank you.
That's a passive aggressive. Understand that when they do that. If your girl's doing that, they don't like you. That's passive aggressive. Lynette, would you correct your boss if he said a name wrong?
It's also known as Lynette Marie Turner.
I don't know.
You don't know your mediator's last name?
Feigning confusion.
I don't know her. She's married. I don't know her exact last name.
Your mediator works for a company called LMT Global, correct?
Yes, that's her company.
Your Honor, may I approach? Yes.
These are long. Look at the way she grabs it, one-handed.
I'm showing you a corporate document from the state of Michigan. It is an amended annual report filed by LMT Global Corporation. Can you please read the name of the president of that company?
Objection, Your Honor.
She looks like you made up a story. You look like a fool. I can't believe, golly. That's a diabolical shit, dude. Making up a story and sitting in front of the world under oath. That's why you can't be surprised when chicks are lying. This chick knows she's lied. Under oath, still lying.
Your mediator, Lynette Marie, issued a money demand to Stephon Diggs on December 29th, the day the criminal complaint in this case issued, right?
Asking for money from her.
I'm not sure.
So she had to be part of that. Her mediator's asking for money from Stephon Diggs and also filing a criminal complaint. That's a bad look. So what's her answer? She said she wasn't sure. She said she wasn't sure of the date. Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter if she's sure of the date or not. Did you ask for money or not? That's the question.
If she recognizes it.
Do you recognize this email from L. Marie on December 29, 2025 to Stephon Diggs and a number of other people?
No, I don't recognize it.
You've never seen this money demand before?
I seen the money demand after I was. That's it. I don't recognize the email.
Under oath is that your mediator made a money demand on December 29th for money for you from Mr. Diggs.
Money for past
The
wages.
same day the criminal complaint in this case issued, and you didn't see it?
I can't answer that question.
I'm sorry?
It's a yes or no.
Without explaining further.
Can't answer that question under oath.
Without explaining.
You know, and look, the skilled cross examiner doesn't chase her. You're not going to win. This is her trying to own frame without explaining. I don't need to explain it. All the explanation is already done. You know, in an informal argument, you might try to explain more. Or, no, you don't chase her argument. You don't let her be in control. She's not in control, and it's frustrating her.
Your mediator demanded $19,000 on that date, didn't she?
For wages owed, yes.
And that was a yes or no question. It was, did she, it doesn't matter what it's for. Did your mediator ask for $19,000 or not? But if you're arguing with this woman in an informal setting, those are disrespect. Know that those are signs of disrespect because she's not answering the question honestly. She knows that was a yes or no answer. She's trying to get her narrative out.
That.
Yeah, exactly.
Answer stands.
Sorry?
Answer stands.
Thank you, Your Honor. You've made another money demand in this case, haven't you?
I mean, that's a yes or no.
Actually, before we get there,
I shouldn't answer.
I didn't get a chance to answer the question.
before we get there,
Are you
See-
withdrawing your
yes,
question,
the
counsel?
question is withdrawn.
Once again, she's trying to run it. I didn't get a chance. So what? I withdrew it. You're in control.
After
See how
the money
she's-
demand
I mean-
for $19,000
In an informal setting, if you're trying to argue with her, she's going to try to run the argument.
was provided to Stephon Diggs. On February 13th, you issued a public statement, didn't you?
Yes.
And in that public statement, you said, I have never sought money to settle this matter, right?
I haven't.
And by the middle of April, you had hired a lawyer to represent you, right?
For workers' comp.
That's a yes or no question.
That's for workers' comp.
Your Honor, may the witness
Yeah,
please-
see, once again, that is disrespect. Look at her feigning confused. That's not, she knows what she did. A yes or no question, she said, so then she adds disrespectfully, yes, for workers' comp. She knows what she's doing. And again, they'll do this to you too. This is why you don't argue with a woman. You know? She knows exactly what she's doing.
Please answer the questions posed.
Witness answered your question.
All right. And for workers' comp, the lawyer you hired, is she sitting in this room right now?
Yes.
And she helped you prepare for your testimony in this case, right?
She came to support me.
She came to the meeting with the Commonwealth's lawyer to help prepare you for your testimony in this case, correct?
I don't know how to answer that question.
Honestly.
You can't answer that question under oath, ma'am?
No,
You met with the prosecutor last Thursday, right? With your lawyer,
I
right?
was told to have a lawyer because you guys asked me to plead the fifth on some things. So I was told, instructed to have my lawyer come.
So your testimony under oath is that the Commonwealth's attorney instructed you to bring your private lawyer?
Or a lawyer that you guys offered a lawyer. So I brought my private lawyer.
I'm sorry, when you say you guys, do you mean me, defense counsel for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
Is your testimony under oath that I had some role in your preparation session with the district attorney's office to prepare you for your testimony in this case?
I was told that the defense said I needed to have a lawyer or they were going to provide a lawyer, something in that context.
No.
About pleading the fifth, about messages.
No.
So
No.
I brought my lawyer, which was when I walked to the side of the judge yesterday.
That doesn't make sense at all. The defense is going to provide you a
Your
lawyer.
lawyer's here today, correct?
On workers' comp.
She's
So what they're saying is that she's in trouble. Not the defense. So all her stuff about the defense, no. What it is the defense is saying, to get the defense off of it, is she better plead the fifth because some of her messages look like she's tampering with evidence.
law firm of Boston
Delete.
Law. That's a law firm here in Dorchester, Massachusetts. Ma'am,
think that was it. I apologize, but you do need to keep your voice up. I don't know if you did.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, she keeps it down to be disrespectful.
Tell the jury how much I think you described her as a workers' comp lawyer.
I got hurt because I was injured on the job and I needed to file a workers' comp case. Stephon Diggs did not have proper workers' and comp insurance.
They're narrating. Can't do it.
The final portion of that answer will be stricken and you will disregard it. Ms. Adams, if you could just.
And once again, that's gaslighting, and they'll do it to you during an argument. That's made up. She just made that information up. That's what women will do. That's why you don't argue with them. That is totally fabricated a story. So you can't. I mean, but it sounds legitimate though. And so in an informal argument, you might engage in that argument. You know, oh, he had improper workers' comp, and then start arguing. She just made it up.
Answer the question. And you need to rephrase it, Councilman.
And she knows exactly what she's doing.
Thank you.
Look at the smile. She knows. She knows she's a little shit.
3 weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5.5 million from Mr. Diggs, didn't he?
Mr. Diggs offered me $100,000 to record my statement.
Boom,
That's
boom.
the only.
Okay, once again, look how so if you're arguing with her, this is in the court of law, right? What she's doing right here is totally inappropriate. So she asked her a question about $5.5 million. Now she's going to go into a narrative of something. This is very improper, bad behavior, and she'll do it to you informally. This is why you do not argue with a woman like this. She's making up facts. These are just made up facts. You're tired of it?
The last part of the witness's response will be stricken as non-responsive.
There you go.
Disregarded.
Because she's making up stuff. Totally disrespect. She had no respect for nobody. Angry woman. Emotional. No logic, no reason, no rationale. And she's mad at Stephon Diggs because she was having a sexual relationship with him.
But courtrooms function in
Real quick, this is very rare. This is how bad of a witness she is. This is how disrespectful she is. And if you argue with a woman in an informal setting, she will make your life miserable doing things like she's been doing. Just spouting out facts, made up stuff. And a judge having to do this, which I think she's giving her a lot of credit. They could have already booted her. But it's very rare. That's how bad she's doing.
trials unfold in a question and answer format. This is not an opportunity for you to interject your own narrative and evade responding.
There you go. It's not your job to interject your own narrative. She'll interject her own narrative when you argue with her, and that's very exhausting. Do not argue with women. This is why I'm taking the opportunity to show you in a cross-examination situation why you don't argue with women. And this is a formal setting. I mean, in an informal setting, you're not going to be able to sit down like a judge and read. She ain't going to stay quiet for you.
If you continue to do so, your entire testimony may be stricken. Am I clear? Yes. On the jurors.
That's how bad she's doing. Total liar. She's mad at Steph, and she's gonna make his life miserable. That's her goal. Not truth. And again, when you argue with a woman, what's their goal? Why are they arguing with her? Well, I mean, why are you arguing with her?
May be seated. I just want to be clear on one point, all right? And it's the following. You may not consider anything you heard that was stricken from the record. When an answer is stricken from the record, it does not exist. And in determining what the facts are from this case, you're sworn to determine those facts solely and exclusively from the evidence presented, and you may not consider any answer that I have stricken.
You're not going to have that luxury when you argue with a woman
You
and
may proceed.
outside of court. So basically,
Ms.
All the-
Adams,
that's a
3
big win
weeks
for the
ago.
defense on that. All those made up facts she just tried to interject and she's going to do to you. Yeah. That's why you don't argue. Once
your
again.
lawyer demanded $5.5 million from Stephon Diggs, correct?
I mean,
That is client lawyer privilege. I cannot speak.
okay, so look at. I mean, once again, making stuff up. She just referenced attorney-client privilege. You're referencing attorney-client privilege to an attorney who is asking you a question, who already knows it's not attorney-client privilege, and you're not an attorney, ma'am. That's how dumb this,
You believe that your lawyer's communications to Stephon Diggs are covered by your attorney-client privilege, ma'am?
Oh
I
God,
can't answer that question. I don't know the answer to that question.
you do know
You know that someone on your behalf has demanded $5.5 million from Stephon Diggs, don't you?
I have a workers' comp claim, and
Your Honor?
It's a yes or no answer.
Ma'am,
I don't understand.
are you able to answer that question?
No, I'm
Counsel,
not
restate
able
the
to.
question, please.
You know.
This is
That's
I mean, look at that. I mean, see, and this is a formal situation. You've got a judge, so she's got to bring her back. If you're arguing outside the courtroom, she's going to do this stuff, and you're not going to be able to fight it. You know what I'm saying? This is why you don't argue. See how skilled she is? And what I mean skilled is, she's not going to answer your, this is why you don't argue with women. Look how all over the place she is,
Your behalf has demanded $5.5 million from Stephon Diggs.
Do you know that, Ms. Adams?
No. Sorry, I'm not answering the question.
I mean, you've got people suing Stephon Diggs on your behalf for fight. You don't know. I mean, she's under oath too. You don't think she's gonna lie to you when she argues with you? Once again, I'm using this formal situation to once again reiterate, and I won't keep saying it. Outside the courtroom, she's gonna do the same thing. Okay? When it doesn't assist her in her argument, when she sees, if I answer that, it's gonna be bad, she just refuses not to answer it, And so that's that's what happens when you argue with a woman outside the. If you don't argue, you're never gonna win.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
I mean,
Mary?
Your Honor, before I direct me, you heard it from Brian.
Of course. Thank you.
the jury. That's why they came back so quick.
I'm putting a form in front of you. If you could just take a look at that and look up recognize it.
Yes.
And I may direct the witness's attention. Can you read right here when it says the expected injury?
Objection, Your Honor.
Okay, let me go back. One thing I want to put here. Where'd it go? Yeah, let's try this one,
The fear
and I'll finish it up.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Approaching now with I may direct attention to what is marked as exhibit 3. Do you mind looking through this? This number of pages? And when you're kind of look at it a little bit. You know who the text messages are between?
Yes, between me. I'm reading all of them or just that first page?
Have you read a few of those? What do you say? From what you've seen, do you recognize what these seem to be?
Yes.
What are these?
Text messages about the,
Do you know who the text messages are between?
yes, between me and Mr. Diggs.
And do you know when these text messages are from?
12-2?
December 2nd.
Yeah, 12-2.
So were those text messages that were going on between you and me that morning of that day?
Yes.
And
Deleted text messages. Hiding evidence.
if I can ask you to maybe go to the third last page on this. This section. Now, may I approach and
Yes.
Can you believe? And this woman's was his personal chef. I would, dude. Women love to poison people. I'm not. They don't love. I'm sorry. I wouldn't say that. There's 3 ways women commit murders. Not, and that is poisoning, shot when you're asleep, and hitmen. But and I don't say they love to do it. I'm saying in murder cases.
so on the top page, there's a text that says pussy, right?
Yes.
What was
Who
that?
sent that?
Pussy. She sent a text message to Stephon Diggs. Pussy.
Yeah.
And how did
This is how women behave when they like you. Let's not, and this is also what I wanted to cover, not only arguments. Do not believe the fact that I don't want to talk about sex. Oh my God, you're talking about sex? Oh my God, oh my nun. If you talk to a woman and she's uncomfortable talking about sex with you, she doesn't like you in that way. And that's okay. They have a right not to like you in that way. But understand that, right? And act accordingly. We don't get mad at women. We know that's a feature, not a bug. But women are going to play the game. Again, feature, not a bug. That they're school nuns. But once again, I use criminal cases to show the private side, not the public face. And what does she send Stephon Diggs? Pussy in a text. What's the response?
Mr. Diggs respond?
Show me I'm pussy.
Show me pussy. So he tells her to show it to him. What she thinks she's gonna say? Oh my God, I can't believe you told me to show me your pussy. Or does she say something else?
Will do.
Will do. Yes. So classy. And look how her reputation management is falling apart and she ain't happy. That's how women behave.
Those the last text messages sent before.
When they like you. Don't let them tell you different.
Yes.
If a woman's not behaving like that or acting offended, they don't like you like that, and that's okay. But move on. Find a woman that does like you like that.
Your Honor, may I approach one more? Is there any bring your attention now to this warrant? Exhibit 4.
And let's say you're, beginning to date her, and oh, I need to do 4 days. I gotta get to know you. Oh God, you're sending. This is how they talk.
Can you look through a few of these? Do
And
you
she-
recognize what these are?
Yes.
And what are these?
These are messages that I sent him asking to be paid.
And do you know when around these were from?
It was a couple of days after. They were at Basel. 12-5 is this. Yeah, and I was begging for my money for a while.
So she's asking for money, and all of a sudden, she makes a criminal complaint. It doesn't look good. But that's all I wanted to say on that. But the main thing I wanted to put was the sexuality. Women are very sexual with the men they like. If they're acting like they're offended by sexuality, they don't like you, move on. and I'm just recapping, and I'm going to end it. In the cross-examination, look how hard it was to argue with her, even in a formal setting. And then the judge had to sit her down and say, you can't do these things you're doing, but you're not going to have a judge when you're arguing with a woman. A woman's not going to let you win an argument. Sign language, shame, insult, guilt, and what? The need to be right. They're going to reframe the argument. They're going to gaslight you. They're going to deflect. They're going to run to a different subject, and they're going to make you chase them. And in all that time, they're losing respect. And just like it says in law number 9 in the 48 laws of power, win through your actions, never through argument. Because just because you win the argument, you're gonna stir up more ill will winning that argument, and then the gain you get from winning the argument. Demonstrate. Do not explicate. See you on the next one.